Research and innovation, well, I don't know if there's a confusion, but certainly it is very important for people to realize the difference between the research where you do, let's say, the basic part of the research, where the innovation where you're actually going to have something concrete, a product, something that you can do and commercialize. I think that's an important one because in the end, you need to create jobs, you need to create GDP, you need something concrete for the people, and that's the innovation and the production part. And if we only focus on the research part, where the EU puts more and more money into into the research funding, but the production in Europe goes down and down and down, you should ask yourself, your return on investment, is it worth it? So it is very important to see that differentiation between research, innovation and production. It's a very key difference factor. I think it is well recognized in Europe that we lack entrepreneurs. Just that mind, you ask just the people on the street, what do you want as a job? Few people are going to tell you, I want to start a company. And those who say, I want to start a company, where do you have that mind? We all know about the Silicon Valley in the US. That's where you have the venture capitals. That's where you have the ideas. That's where things are going. Now, whether it's a reality or not, but I think that the perception among the people is that that's it. So venture entrepreneurs, it's more US minded. They accept failure. They go for it. They build on that. You want to hire a CEO? You take one who has failed, otherwise you wouldn't take him, And in Europe, there definitely is more of a need to have more of that spirit. Now, this is a long-term thing. This requires not only that you have it at the educational level, that the conditions are there, that they have access to the finance, that you facilitate the patenting, all of that. So there's a whole infrastructure, a whole network. There are many, many things that need to be put together for that to happen. And then when you've got that entrepreneur who comes with his idea, make sure that you allow him to grow and succeed. From the small business, how does he grow that? Because to help them, as the EU sometimes does, help them to create their startup, how do you get to the next phase? Because if you don't help him for the next phase will be in the US or in China or somewhere else. So make sure not only that you nurture the entrepreneurs, but you allow them to grow and flourish here in Europe. I mean, the green has been there now for quite a while. We've been talking about it a lot, and it is there. I think the biggest change that we've seen in the recent years is it's not longer a contradiction to have green and business, and many companies are taking advantage of that. I'm Carlos Lee from SEMI, so we're more active in the semiconductor industry, and there you can see that the devices, semiconductors, that you find in computers or in automotive applications, aerospace applications, not only that they consume less energy to produce, you put them into other devices like motors, pumps that will consume less energy. The same technology, photovoltaic, to create energy. So you see a lot of the innovation going into all the clean tech sectors. We're exploring a lot. Is it going to be fuel cells? Is it the e-vehicle? So there is a lot being put in there. We still have to find our ways and what it's going to be, but I think the direction is clearly set.